Test. Test, test. Test, test. Test. Good evening, Raider Nation. My name is Brent Johnson. I want to welcome you to the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, but it's brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. I want to thank you for joining us tonight, live from Red Raider Stadium, as your Red Raiders are playing host to Swainsboro Tigers. Another big Region 2AA foe. Not a must-win situation for the Raiders, but an upset here would be really, really good towards a possible playoff bid. I want to thank our title sponsors for this year. Family Vision Care of Alma, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. I want to also shout out to Wilcox Communications for providing broadband access on our away games. I want to thank Tracy Martin, our principal, Scott Brown, our assistant principal, and Clint Johnson, our CTA director, for giving us this opportunity to broadcast. I hope you're enjoying multiple views that we'll have this evening. About to turn it over to the radio guys. They flipped the coin. You might notice in the camera right this moment, it is rec night, and we had all the rec football and cheerleaders out. They're going to let the cheer on the boys as they run through their banner here. And we're going to get things started with about less than a minute to go to kickoff. But I want to turn it over to the radio guys. That's the Rev, Travis Peavy, and Shane Bennett.
I'm hoping that we see that old team that we saw a week before last year at homecoming, because I'll tell you that we shocked a lot of folks by the way we played that night.
Well, we did, and I do think last week had a lot to do with the hangover from Jeff Davis. And probably one of the worst things that could have happened to us is they scored that first touchdown. And we kind of felt like, here we go again, that everything's rolling our way. But there was some things that happened in that game that, broken play, quarterback picks the ball up, heaves it downfield because we're coming up to stop. We think we're going to recover the fumble, and we lead, and then a tipped ball that just lands in the lap of a receiver that's laying on his back, which shouldn't be able to make the play. That led to a score, and then we have the ball completely intercepted, and on the way to the ground, their receiver reaches over our defensive back and snatches it away from him, which led to another score. It was those type of opportunities that we had if we could have taken advantage of those things, but the ball just didn't bounce our way. I'm not making excuses.
No, and that's a literal, it did not bounce our way. I mean, how many times you're laying flat on your back and the ball falls on your belly for a interception on fourth down and forever. That's the kind of night it was for us.
I said all that to say we didn't play as bad as what it may have seemed, but we kept fighting. We did kind of get lackadaisical and there during the middle of the game, but towards the end we were fighting as hard as they were, and actually when the game ended we were the team that was taking advantage of things and moving the ball a little bit better. So maybe that momentum at the end of the game has moved us towards a good football game here tonight. I know Swainsboro brings a very high-powered offense, and they've got speed everywhere, but we've just got to play, and I don't think they're going to be any better than Pierce was or some of the other teams that we played.
We've played this caliber team, but we got to have a perfect game, and we can't have any mistakes, and everything's got to bounce our way tonight to stay in this game and be competitive.
Having said that, the scoreboard shows 12 o'clock, 12 minutes, and we're fixing to get this kickoff started. Swainsboro is kicking from our right to left towards Baxley, and they kick a high ball, and Lawton Taylor is going to fair catch it at about the 24-yard line, and this game's underway.
Macon County for the first time tonight in red pants and black jerseys. I don't believe we've done that this year, have we?
No, and I really like these black jerseys because they got white numbers and they pop. It stands out. We're able to see it. Cooper Brown, our quarterback, number 4, who's led most of the charge this year. We have seen some of Mason Michael, but Cooper, senior quarterback, runs out, and we're about to get this thing started. We're going to start in our same set that we see ourselves in. We got twins to the top and to the bottom with a long setback. Xavier Bell's our setback. Cooper looks it over. He takes the snap, and it's high. And now he's got to get rid of it, and he just throws it. While he does get a hand on it, snapping created an issue last week, and it throws the time. Yeah.
Even the Jeff Davis game, going back to that game, the first play of the game was a high snap, and here we do almost the same spot in the field, do the same thing. But in that situation right there, our quarterback's in trouble. We got two receivers standing. They just drop out of their route and stand there instead of breaking and trying to get something open and give him something else to throw to. And Cooper's coming out immediately.
Cooper's coming out. His cleat got took off. He didn't get hit hard, but they grabbed him, snatched his cleat off, and in comes Mason Michael. Goldilocks, we interviewed him. You need to stay tuned for our halftime show. Listen to Mason. He hands the ball off, and he takes it up. There goes Xavius, and he gets knocked down by our own receiver. But he was waiting for the receiver to block, cut back, and ran right into the receiver. But it's a good 7-yard pickup, and that's a good-looking play. We can do that tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And we're running this zone, and the way our blocking works, there's a cutback lane that we've seen of recent days. We've seen that cutback lane be used a lot, and that's where we found the hole this time.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and about 4 here. We need some short yardage third downs, and this is a good start for us.
They're doing press coverage. Now they're rolling back 2 deep safeties, cover 2. We're going to have a penalty, and it's going to be a motion on us. The one thing that we don't need to happen on 3rd and short is make it 3rd and long.
Yeah, we're going to go to 3rd down, about 8.5, maybe 8 yards for a first. Cooper going in with the play. It's kind of changed this year where they're coming over the sidelines. They were calling stuff in. Hand signals, they've come. We see it every week, every team, and now we're doing it running back and forth, running our quarterback back and forth.
As sophisticated as the filming and all is, they probably got people breaking down the hand signals, and they're going to jump, and we're going to get the ball back.
There was movement on both sides of the ball.
He's going to call it against us, and we're going in the wrong direction in a hurry.
And that was a right side tackle move, but it was a little encroachment on the defense, I think, that caused him to move. But
he saw a linebacker firing. That's what he saw coming, and when he saw a linebacker running up to blitz, and all of a sudden he couldn't stand it no more. He was trying to fill the gap, cover his coverage, and now we've got 3rd down and about 13. Cooper runs out. The play clock is down to 16:15. And I don't know what we can do on 3rd and 13. They're having 2 deep coverage, roll the safety over to the middle. They know what we're going to run here, and they're pushing and pressing us. And he just needs – he does throw it to Xavius. It's an incomplete pass. And they had us covered like the proverbial blanket. It's going to bring up 4th down and 13. We're going to be kicking the ball, and we're on our 22-yard line. And that was not a good series. Some of the things that we couldn't have to happen, a bad snap started it off, 2 motion penalties, and couple of incompletions, 1 good running play that was nullified because of a couple of motion penalties, and we're kicking off to them in this high-powered offense.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper actually had a little time to throw there, but they were all his receivers were covered up downfield. He had no chance of any kind of reception there.
Yeah, unfortunately on our offense, we're not fooling anybody. Good snap, and he gets a good punt off.
Almost blocked. He was able to dodge around and get the punt off. I thought he had time.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Receivers, got a big tight end, number 23 down here, and their quarterback, I understand he likes to get it and get rid of it in a hurry, and they're going to turn and throw and fire the ball to number 14, a big 6'6", about 220-pound receiver, looks like, and he's going to fall forward for a 1st down, about a 13-yard gain.
We're giving him about an 8-yard cushion on that. We're not going to be able to do that all night long, or they're just going to move the ball up down the field just on that play alone.
It's a good thing he was 6'6". If he'd have been 6'4", he wouldn't have caught that one because he had to reach to the top. But he's a big receiver. I don't know what kind of speed he possesses, but he sure looks good on the hoof. Their quarterback looks it over. They're on our 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Could have been a motion play there and throw to the same guy. And looks like it's going to be close to another first down. He may be just a yard short. Looks like where he's going to be about a yard short, down to our 26-yard line, 27-yard line, be 2nd and 1. And if we continue to play off of him, just like you said, it's going to be a long night. He's going to set a school record for receptions.
You were talking earlier, your rec ball team, 36 plays in a row. Or, no, it wasn't rec ball. It was
yeah,
run the same play over and over.
Coach Taylor.
Coach Duck. Yeah, Coach Duck.
They got 5 wide, twins to the top, and they got it
in the middle.
And he throws it for a touchdown. We give up on coverage. Our safety give up on coverage. The quarterback steps up in the pocket and throws a strike, and it is 6-0 with 9 minutes and 11 seconds left. Threw it right over the top of our safety and our defensive back. And Swainsboro, they can throw it.
Yeah, and those big, tall receivers were able to go up and get that again. That was put in the perfect spot, too. That was good. You got to give tippy hat to the quarterback and receiver there. Just good pass and catch there.
I can tell you something our safety's not going to be able to do. He's not going to be able to. He's going to have to make sure there's nobody in front of him tonight. And they kick it through, and that makes it 7-0. We're going to take a 30-second break. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 101.9 The Rocket.
Orthopedic Surgeons of Georgia is the most highly trained team of orthopedic surgeons in South Georgia. Our 4 surgeons are each fellowship trained in their respective specialties, collectively treating all areas.
What's the number one rule of a safety when you're playing deep? Don't.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
Kicking off from the 40, and it looks like they're just going to pooch it over to Lawton, and Lawton's probably going to fair catch it. No, he kicks it a little bit deeper to Terry Wiley. Terry takes it on the 20. He's coming back up, and he kind of makes somebody miss. Moves it out to about the 25. It looked a lot like it was going to break wide open, but it didn't. He kind of broke it to the left and got tackled on the sideline at about the 25-yard line. Is where they're going to down him.
9:03 here. Still real early here in this first quarter.
Maybe a little bit, no, right on the 25. 25, 1st and 10. Cooper comes in. He's good. I wish that we could get the ball out of our hands a little bit quicker as a quarterback, throwing the ball.
We've got to be able to do that tonight with that quicker up front with Swainsboro.
Yeah. And we got a holding call. You could see it from up here. We gained 5 yards, but it's going to be nullified because it's going to be a 10-yard holding penalty at the line of scrimmage. It's going to make it 1st and 20.
Sweep there, and even in that sweep, we're not having enough time for the play to develop enough before we got folks in the backfield, so that's why we're holding.
And here again, it was a high snap. We're having to climb the ladder to get the snap, which throws timing off on everything. Cooper comes in, and let's see what we're going to run, 1st and 20. Still a little bit of this. I don't want to say lackadaisical, but we're just not executing, and by this is the 6th game of the season.
Still again, high snap.
Yeah, 6th game of the season. This kind of stuff needs to be done with. We don't need to be having high snaps, and we don't need to be having motion penalties. We've had 3 penalties now for 20 yards, and we're past that. We should be past that.
8:30 here. Still early in this first quarter. Ball sitting on the 15-yard line. We started on the 25.
Still 2nd and 10. There was no gain. Quite frankly, it was hard work for Xavier just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to play too deep, and everybody's played too deep. They're blitzing, and we've got a hole picked up about 7 yards. They blitzed up the middle, and we were running wide, thank goodness.
If we could have broke something out there because they had everybody up in the box there.
Yep. our receivers are going to have to block out wide if we're going to have a chance to break anything here. The holding call that we had the last play, a previous play, was on one of our receivers trying to protect. You know, I can almost take that when you're trying to get somebody to the wide side, but it was obvious. You got to hide it a little bit better than what Wiley was hiding it there. Another high snap. We're pressing, trying to get out wide. He's got some room. He needs to run it, and he throws it. And did we catch it? Yep. We had it, no, out of bounds.
Out of bounds. He
actually caught it in bounds, but he didn't drag his foot. It was a great pass and throw, but his first foot that hit was out of bounds. His right foot was out of bounds.
And that was enough for a first down if he could have got it in. That was about the 41-yard line there.
Yep, sure was. It was a good throw running to his offhand. He was rolling to his left. He's right-handed, and we're back in the kick again. This time we're on the same exact place we was at last time. We're kicking from our 22. Good snap here. We don't need something to go awry.
7:20 here. Lincoln County punting from left to right.
And it's high.
And again, he's got time. He's just not able to.
And it's blocked. And
Ronaldo's he's got time to punt the.
They moved number 14, the big receiver. They moved him down here to the left side, to the quarterback's left. They've got 3 wides to the top and 2 wides to the bottom. And I don't know how much our blitzing is going to help us. And they get it out to one of their quick receivers, and he takes it and down close to a first down. We're trying to blitz, and Garrett's going to run free all night, but they get rid of it so fast. I don't know that it's going to be, we're going to be able to do it. It is a first down. They're down to the 11-yard line. 7:03 left, score 7-0, and we've given them a short field to work with both times. We've got to get our special teams going right, or we're not going to have a prayer.
Yeah, defensively, we got to quit giving so much cushion over there on that side, and then we jump off sides.
And we jump off sides, and it's going to be 5 more against us. See what the call is. Side judge is going to make the call here. Offside against us. That's what I saw.
Yeah, it is 5 yards on us. We'll put the ball right at the 5-yard line. Be 2nd and 5. They can, or on the 6-yard line. They can make a first down.
Right.
6:48.
And he's going to take and throw it inside. He's wide open for a touchdown. So 6 minutes and 41 seconds left, and we act like we don't know where we're at right now with what they're throwing at us. It's 13-0, 6 minutes and 41 seconds left, and Swainsboro's bringing out the kicker to kick an extra point.
Yeah, a little hangover still again from last week. It seems like we just got that same kind of demeanor about us right now. 6:41.
And he's going to roll out for a 2-point conversion, and he misses it. I don't know if it was a bad snap or if he called fire or what, but anyways, 13-0 with 6 minutes and 41 seconds left. place again, and Wiley's going to field it. And he needs to come straight up field, and he does. And they're going to drop him on the 24-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Bacon on our own 24-yard line.
6:35 here, still left in this first quarter. Rev, what do we need to do different?
Well, if we're not able to establish a run, it's going to be a long, long night.
Well, defensively, we in the back, defensive backs have got to regroup because we're just leaving folks open all over the field out there, and we're giving him too much time to sit there and pick us apart like that.
And I know I played defensive back when I was in high school some, and I know they've been coached, and I don't know if I haven't looked close enough to see if we're running zone. We're going to turn and hand the ball to Taylor, and he's going to be dropped for a loss, about a 6 or 8 yard loss right here. Looks like it's going to be a 5-yard loss, I'm sorry.
It's probably about the 19 and a half.
Yep. We're going backwards, friends.
Yep. We've had one positive gain, or two, I take that back, and that's it.
Yep. And if we think they're going to take mercy on us, they're in this region to win it, and we're going to have to make the plays. They're not going to give them to us. Another bad snap. We got a wide open Bale. He's coming back across the field. Oh, just one player away from breaking it for another big gainer. Good tackle by their linebacker who come up, number 21, and made a tackle. But we did get about a 5-yard gain. We're back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Again, Cooper getting the play from the sidelines.
Going to run back out. 22, yeah, the play clock. We got plenty of time, 22 seconds. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. Bacon County looking, we need a big play here to extend this. You got to throw it, Cooper. And he throws it over the head of Wiley. And we're just not open. We're not open, and we're going to punt it again.
And he doesn't have a second to actually look upfield other than just run for his life there. We've got to give him enough time to at least pick at least the first receiver, if not second or third. But we're not getting him any time. And speaking of that, Ronaldo's got to have a snap here and just punt. I think Coach Bordeaux was telling him on the sidelines a while ago, just punt the ball in place. There's always a chance if he does that, he gets a roughing, but we'll take anything at this point.
Yes. Better punt, better snap, better punt. He booms it.
Yeah, it's a great punt.
Booms it. That was the best thing we've had happen tonight. And we down it on the 31-yard line of Swainsboro. We're going to take a break. You're listening to...
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, everybody. This quick flying Swainsboro offense runs the first play, and it's a 5-yard gain just out to number 14, that big receiver again. We come up to make the play, and he just punishes one of our defensive backs because he's 6'6", I think, is what he's 6'6", and he weighs about 220, 225. and they hand the ball out wide, and he's got a lot of room. Oh, good play by
Garrett Anderson.
Yeah, Garrett Anderson smacked him, a good one, down to about the 15-yard line. Anyway, said he hadn't went to the trainer. He took a couple of 4 or 5 hard licks to the helmet, and it said that he went to the trainer and told the trainer, he said, I can't feel my legs, and fell out. And that was it. He never regained consciousness.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I know the coaches feel horrible because, you know, what keep asking themselves what they could have done, but that's part of the game. I shouldn't say it's part of the game. That's part of the games you don't want to ever see.
Right. If I'm then, I'm throwing out the 14 right here. He's a long setback on the wide side of the field. No, they're going to turn in the hand. No, he's rolling out. He's got a wide open receiver in the flats, number 39, and we're going to grab hold of him and just hold on when he drags us down to the 4-yard line. He's marked down. It's going to be first and goal from the 4 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Here's some scores from around the area. Valdosta 14, Haston County 7. There's a big game going on tonight between Coffee and Northside of Warner Robins. It's Coffee 7, Northside 6. Brooks County 7-3 over Thomasville. That's just some of the scores. Tiff 14-0 over Miller Grove. And Swainsboro looks it over. Quarterback's going to take it. He's lily white clean. He throws the ball deep, splits our defense for a great pass and catch. Number 1, he goes to the left side for a touchdown. And the score is 19. Swainsboro 19, Bacon County nothing with 47 seconds left in the first quarter. And they are air raid, just like we heard they were going to be.
Jeff Davis is over at Vidalia tonight. Toombs at Bryan County, and the Meadows open tonight. So
I'm anxious to hear what goes on between Jeff Davis. They kicked the ball. It looks like he missed it. He does miss it to the right. 19-0. We're going to take a break. You're listening to 101.9 The Rocket.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
Against them. I don't know if we can turn it down or not. It would be great if we could.
No, I think we have to take that.
We're going to back them up. Boy, that's a good thing for that kicker anyway. And we need a score right here. If we're going to have any opportunity to hang around in this game to make it close, something's got to happen good, and we're going to have to make it happen. But it's quiet over here on our sideline, both in our players and in our stands. Now he kicks the ball off, and Wiley just should have let it go out of bounds.
He's going to drop him about the 26-yard line, 27-yard line.
Yeah, if he'd have let it go out of bounds, we'd at least got it on 35, wouldn't he?
Yeah, we would have.
Yeah. But when you're trying to field the ball like that, I'm not blaming that kid. I'd have grabbed it too. You never know how that football is going to bounce. You sure didn't want them to recover it.
44 seconds left in this first quarter. Swainsboro 19, Bacon County 0. It's been all Fitzgerald aerial attack thus far in the first quarter.
Fitzgerald and Swainsboro.
Yeah.
It looks like we're playing both of them.
It feels like it. Yeah.
And we're going to move again.
And that's thrown me a little bit off. We got the pink flags now for cancer, and I just realized that. What's wrong with his flag? I just figured that out. And at the same time, we figured out we weren't playing Fitzgerald. Oh, it's going to be 1st and 15 for Bacon County.
It's going to be first and fun, too, ain't it?
That's right.
Hey. Hang around for halftime. We got Richmond Bacon halftime show along with Senior Spotlight. Plus, I'm going to be interviewing on the radio one of my friends from over at Ware County, Keith Mobley, who's one of the better athletes and baseball players to come through. He's a little bit younger than I am. He's a couple of years younger, but he looks a lot worse than I do.
Let's see, a couple years younger. That's what's he, 58?
No, Keith is in the he's in the Bruton Parker Hall of Fame. He's quite a baseball player. He played football too, and I played mostly with his older brother Bruce, and Bruce was a all-region linebacker for us. He was a year older than I was, but back in the day before face mask. We pitch it wide to Isaiah Grant. Time runs out, and we're going to be dropped for another loss. So at the end of the first quarter, Swainsboro 19, Bacon County 0. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 101.9 The Rocket. Give us a 60-second, Paul.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
We've been all night. Our own 22-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15.
Have clock problems right this second. There they go. They got it now.
Yep. We are celebrating or enjoying fall break here in Bacon County this weekend. Got a 5-day weekend. And you can kind of tell it a little bit, can't you?
Yes. It doesn't feel like fall, though. I can guarantee you that.
And they're bringing the house, and we're going down.
Yeah.
And they're going to drop us for another loss, and we're going to be punting from the 15-yard line. And here comes Ronaldo again. And, boy, I'd like to see him hit another one like he did the last one.
Yeah,
Swainsboro's just opened it up. They're bringing everybody. They don't think we can throw it. We can hold them out, and that's what they're doing.
11:30, 11:29 here in the second quarter.
Don't be surprised if they don't come for the punt right here. As close as we are to the end zone, that's an easy touchdown.
Just need to get that snap down and give Ronaldo a chance to get that ball off and get a high snap. He was able to get it off.
Yeah, and it's a roller. Maybe it'll roll for us. It's going to bounce a little bit. Come dead right close to the 50-yard line. 11 minutes.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
All the way to the right, and they fixing to throw it out there.
And nobody's picked. Yeah, there they come.
And here they come.
A little trickery there.
Yeah, they're going to put the dagger in the heart right here, and they're going to throw it deep, and he's wide open. All our safety has to do is look up, and it's a pick, and because he throws a duck out there, and our safety runs right past it. He has no idea where the ball's at. And it falls right into the receiver's hands, who's had to cut back across the field. And the score 25-0 right now. And looks like they're going to kick the ball with 10 minutes and 51 seconds left.
That was just a botch play that, like last week, that just went in their favor. That just was.
I'll be honest with you, it looked like the way the snap and the way everybody reacted, it kind of looked like they were had motion. But their kicker kicks a line drive through. So 10 minutes and 51 seconds left, 26-0 Swainsboro. You're listening to 101.9, The Rocket.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
Welcome back, everybody. Swainsboro on another Prince Ford kickoff. I want to thank Prince Ford for being one of our sponsors. Matthew McKeecher and his staff, 912-384-2600 for any automobile need that you may have. And he kicks the ball off, and Wiley's going to pick it up again. He's going straight up the field. They're going to catch him, but it's a pretty good return down to about 35. Let's throw a flag over here, ref. They piled on over there. He gets up and he gives him 5, but you can't hit a guy 3 yards out of bounds. But no flag, so evidently they didn't think it was flagrant. And it may have not have been flagrant. But we get the best field position of the night. That's the deepest we've been all night on the 34-yard line. I said 35. We're on our 34-yard line. Let's score right here. 10:46 left here in the first half. It looks like Swainsboro, Fitzgerald, and Pierce so far have combined teams come over here tonight. Well, we said earlier maybe Vanderbilt. C.J. Preston lined up wide. We got twins to the top and to the bottom. We turn, we fire out. Number 17, Angel Morales. He gets about a 3-yard gain or 4. He's come on of late, being a receiver. I think he's going to get a lot of playing time this year or the next few years. Got pretty good hands. No, it was actually about a 4-yard gain. Yeah, we picked up about 4 yards there, but we just that long pass out the side, we just not have enough time for that to develop for us to make anything out of it. We were able to get one because we only had 2 out there, and he was able to dodge a couple, but we just got to get something inside. We were really fortunate to get it off. Another high snap. Another high snap. And he's got him open. He throws it high, almost intercepted. We're just holding on the ball entirely too long. Of course, part of that has to do when you're running for your life. Yeah. You know, J.P. Peterson intended receiver, but just about 5 yards over his head out of bounds. He took about 3 steps farther than he should to throw the ball for it to be a completion. Because he made his cut, he was open, but by the time he's able to release the ball, the defensive back has reacted up, and he had to throw it high just to keep it from being intercepted. Got to get the ball out quicker.
3rd and about 6 here. 9:57 here left in this first half.
I'm going right down the field with JP and see if I can't get him in a one-on-one position. And we fired inside, and it's incomplete inside to C.J. Preston.
Now, he did this time what we've been talking. It was a quick slant in and just a bang-bang play, but just not able to bring that ball in. That was a bullet coming out of Cooper Brown's hand. 9:54 here left in this first half. Macon County out to punt again.
Maybe we can get them a little bit deeper. We need a turnover. We need something to swing a little bit of momentum our way. We just don't have anything hardly. As Larry Munson said, we're just struggling.
Ronaldo needs a good act job here and get a.
They're coming. He kicks it. And we're going to get a good roll and roll out at about the 19-yard line. He's going to call it the 20.
This is the deepest they've been all night, is the 19-20-yard line.
9 minutes and 44 seconds left in the first half. Swainsboro on their own 20-yard line. We had our best field position. They've got their worst. Wayne County 7, Statesboro 7. Fitzgerald 14, Berrien County 7. That's going to be a war over there tonight, I think, before it's over with. Valdosta 20, Houston County 7. Richmond Hill 7-0 over Brunswick. You reckon Sean Pender wishes he was back at Pierce?
Oh, does he ever?
He hands the ball off to 31, and he's got green grass. We drag him down. Thank God for Garrett Anderson, but not after about a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, Garrett's all over the field tonight.
Yep.
That's a first down for Swainsboro.
11-yard gain, 1st and 10, Swainsboro. Thomas County Central's wearing Worth County out, 27-0. I'm just scrolling. Camden's up over Colleton, South Carolina, 14-0. And no updates, or the score hasn't changed any on Coffee North Side.
Yeah, I'm not in our region. I'm not getting the updates on them as well.
They're sneaking Garrett Anderson up. We are, and they're going to take it and throw a high ball to number 14. Oh, my goodness. That was terrible.
That's as close as you can play, I think, and be legal, and they're going to call a flag on him for defensive pass interference.
He couldn't have caught the ball anyway, but anyway, they're calling pass interference. And what an arm shown by the umpire here. He just throws a strike all the way across the field, or the back judge.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It'll give Swainsboro a first down, probably inside the 45, 46-yard line.
In this day and age, that would have been interference a few years ago, but this day and age where they jockey back and forth, I've seen a lot more hand checking go on that was not called. That was one of those that didn't necessarily have to be called. Of course, when you're down 26-0, crying is what you do. So, and we stopped their running back. He goes forward. I say stop him. He got about a 4 or 5 yard gain, but when it's going to be second now and about 6. Second and 6. They're dead on the 50-yard line. 8 minutes and 53 seconds left.
Swainsboro 26, Bacon County 0.
Swainsboro is moving from your, if you're looking at your radio, from your left to right. Oh, what a play. What a play.
Try to sweep left there, and Bacon County came right through. That was
the best defensive play we've had this year. Tonight, I'm sorry.
Ethan Moore able to get through there and make the tackle.
Yep. We are missing Ethan Benton tonight. We've got a couple of injuries. We're going to go down in a few minutes and give you our physical therapy injury report and ballot center injury report.
8:01, 8 minutes left in this first half.
We get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. He throws it deep. We just react up. And he's calling it a catch.
And it was. He just slings it, and we don't react to the ball. The Swainsboro receiver comes back to the ball and able to make a great catch on the 22-yard line of Bacon County. That's the kind of stuff that we can't afford to do. We've got to play to the ball, and we're not doing that on either side of the ball right now.
I don't know. I mean, defenses are so much different than what they were when I was in school, but the way we were taught to look, we always had our head on a swivel, always looking back to the backfield. Of course, we played zone. We played a zone defense.
We did too.
And you just looking back to the back, you know where your area to cover is, and you got a safety over the top. And we got a penalty here, and let's see what the penalty is going to be. Got a flag thrown. I don't know if it's a
sideline warning.
Well, surely not.
I don't know if Shirley's on the sideline tonight, Rev.
Unsportsmanlike against us.
And I don't know who he's calling it on.
I'm sure our coach is giving him an earful about that interference call. I would be. And now they're down to the 11-yard line. Swainsboro is, with 7 minutes, 35 seconds left. And the wheels are quickly falling off the cart.
And turning pretty fast for Swainsboro.
Yep.
.723, 7:22 left this first half.
They're spreading receivers all over the field. Two receivers to the top, 3 to the bottom. Empty backfield. Timeout us. And we're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 101.9 The Rock.
At Family Vision Care, we believe life is all about your vision. Family Vision Care is the leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Alma community, and we want to help you achieve and maintain a clear vision for years to come. Doctors James McQuaig and Blake Hutto and their staff provide award-winning eye care service for Southeast Georgia. With the newly constructed office filled with state-of-the-art equipment, they can diagnose and correct your vision with detailed accuracy. Visit www.fvcalma.com.
To our Bennett Johnson sideline reporter, Joe Hayes. Joe, a little bit flat tonight. Tell us what you're seeing down there.
Well, to start off with, I know Coach is getting out here. He's very determined to establish a running game, and we have just not been able to match up front against Swainsboro, and they've been dominating our offensive line, so we have not been able to establish very much of a running game. So I think we've changed gears here, and we're going through the air a little bit, and so far we're gaining a little bit of yardage, but we've still yet to put a complete package together, so we're going to just have to keep chopping away at it.
Well, you're right, Joe. Joe, as far as injuries, the only injuries I know about really are Ethan Benton and Cam Preston. Do you know of anything else that's going on there?
As of right now, that is the only 2 injuries we have. I know Mason Michael was a little banged up this week, but he's on the field tonight. He's toughing it out, so I think we're good to go on him. He's been making some big plays for us tonight.
Okay, thank you, Joe Hayes, with our Bennett Johnson sideline report and our physical therapy and balance center injury report. We appreciate Joe for doing that. In the meantime, Swainsboro throws another touchdown pass. It's Swainsboro 33, Bacon County nothing. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 101.9 The Rocket.
Hey, everybody.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
And they kicked the ball off on a Prince Ford kickoff, and we get the ball up to about the 36-yard line. If it keeps going, we're getting about 5 or 6 yard gains on our kickoffs. We'll be down to the 50-yard line before we know it. They keep kicking off like this. We appreciate Village Ford and all that they do. New sponsors this year, Matthew McKeechin, a very dear friend of mine. He also pastors Cornerstone Church there in Douglas, but he and his staff at Prince Ford, they've got everything you need. New cars, used cars. They got a service department, body shop, also a parts department. If you have any needs, be sure and visit Prince Ford for your automobile concerns and needs. We're rolling out, and we throw the ball inside, and it's almost picked off, and that was not pretty at all.
Even the last offensive play where Swainsboro scores a touchdown, they got 3 wide. We put 2 out there. We got 1 man. Swainsboro has 1 that walks in the end zone because we put nobody on him. That fundamentally right now we're not playing.
Well,
football.
I actually think looking at that play, we had Garrett Anderson lined up on him, and he caught a blitz, and Garrett come running in, and the quarterback just threw it. It was safety's responsibility, but when the the safety was there to make the tackle on the 1, and the guy just kind of broke through the tackle into the end zone. So they went where we were not, but when you blitz, it leaves somebody open.
Oh,
yeah.
Gracious. We do a quick pass out again to the side, the Swainsboro side, and they take it down immediately.
And they're going to keep doing it if we keep doing what we're doing. I mean, we're just leaving our people out there on a a pedestal to be punished. We got to push the ball down the field, and I don't know that we got time to do it with two deep. They're bringing the house. Let's line somebody up short and just stick them 5 yards in the middle of the field and see what we can do with them there.
6:22-21 left here in this first half.
Swainsboro's enjoying themselves tonight at our expense.
At our expense, yes.
We're going to call a timeout, and we're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 101.9 The Rocket. Welcome back, everybody. Be sure and stay here with us for our halftime report, Richmond Baking, and we'll be doing the Huddle House, Huddle Up Senior Spotlight, and also a special interview with my friend and great athlete from Ware County, Keith Mobley. We'll be talking about some baseball. We'll talk a lot of different things, so stay tuned with us for our halftime show. We take the ball, it's 3rd and 15, and we do finally throw the ball deep and throw it out of bounds where there was no way to catch it. And it's going to be 4th down from our 33-yard line, 4th and about 15. And Ronaldo, he's getting a workout tonight.
Yeah, his right leg is going to be twice the size of his left leg.
I know we're talking a lot about Ronaldo over the last few weeks, but I'm still saw his picture on the front page of the paper. He broke a 40-year-old record when he kicked a 50-yarder 2 games ago. That was something to see.
Yes, it was. It was exciting to see him and his coach, Coach Bordeaux, that's been coaching him up for a while. And Coach Bordeaux told me the other day he's got one coming behind him that hopefully be as good as Ronaldo.
And he gets his foot into it, a high kick. It's not very long. Maybe we'll get a roll right now. Let it roll, boys. And we down it on about the 36-yard line. I want to take opportunity. Remember, this 101.9 The Rocket is the place that you come to listen to Georgia, to your Red Raiders, and also to the Falcons on Sunday. And tomorrow, Georgia is taking on Vanderbilt in a Southeastern Conference battle. Vanderbilt, the game's at 7:30, but the pregame coverage and the radio starts at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. So you got 4 hours of pregame coverage, and you throw another 3 hours worth of radio. You got 7 hours of Georgia football tomorrow, and man, that's living. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm smoking a brisket tomorrow, and I'm gonna be listening to the pregame on 101.9, The Rocket. And we make a good defensive play. They hand the ball off up the middle, and it's going to be 2nd and about 7.
And I see Swainsboro's already making some offensive line changes. They've moved a few guys around up there on that front line.
Well, this will be a good game to play some kids and get them some, get them some action, get them some opportunities. They practice hard just like everybody else does. And with the score 33-0, I'm doing exactly what this coach does. I don't want the running clock, and we make a tackle. Xavier makes a good play to come up, shoestring it.
Yeah, so did the Swainsboro other receiver there. He made a good tackle, and I think they're going to get him for holding there. That's what it looks like to me anyway.
Yeah, it's probably what it is.
That's how he was able to pick up that last few yards. Long discussion about a hold penalty, though. Referee talking to the white hat out there at about the 40-yard line.
Holding them. And we're going to take that penalty.
All day long.
I don't know that it's going to help. If it's a 10-yard penalty.
Anything going the opposite direction right now for them is a good thing for us.
I guess it's a holding from previous spot.
That's going to make it second and about
13, 14.
13, 14 yards here. Ball sitting on the 33.5 of Swainsboro.
Same quarterback looks it over. We don't have a roster from Swainsboro. He hands it off up the middle, and boy, that's that second, third string running back. He's quick. He hit it hard. He's getting up. Looks like he's going to be just short of their 40-yard line. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. Clock running. And he did pick up about 5 or 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7. We need a stop here in the worst kind of way.
Do a lot for our ego, demeanor, whatever you want to call it, just to make a stop. We've not done that all night long.
Swainsboro's big. They do look like Vanderbilt. When you look at there, they got gold helmets, white shirts, black pants with white and gold stripes. It's the old gold, not that yellow gold. And they're going to call a timeout. Their coach is having a fit. And we're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 101.
Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales is located US 1 South in Alma, Georgia. Andy specializes in late model cars and trucks with financing available. Andy has been in the automobile business for 30 years and over 10 years in Alma. Come experience the hometown friendly service at Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. Like them on Facebook for the latest deals.
And this is 3rd and about 7. They've got a setback. They're bringing one of their H-backs in motion. And he's going to roll and throw it deep. And we've lost coverage. He happens to drop the ball.
Yeah, he was behind us.
He was behind us. How that happened, I have no idea. And it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to punt.
And that's the first.
Yep. It was not because of anything that we done defensively. It was just the fact their receiver was falling to try to catch the ball and dropped it. That quarterback threw it, 45 yards on the line?
And if the receiver didn't have to come back to it, he still almost pulled that in.
Yep.
So we're going to see J.P. Peterson back for us. We're going to see a punt for the first time.
And their quarterback's the one that kicks it. And he kicks it high. And they're going to get a roll, and it's going to go inside of our 20 down to about our 17-yard line. 3 minutes and 53 seconds left. What a punt. Took about a 15-yard roll after it hit. It kind of looked, it was high and looked a little short. Didn't look like a rugby-style kick. And we're going to roll out here. 3 minutes, 53 seconds, like I said. Cooper's running out to call the play. Let's see what happens right here.
Swainsboro got a few new personnel on the defensive side of the ball this time too. Again, 33-0. Like Rev said, they're going to try to get some folks in because this is a.
They move that safety over. We got a slant right here if we take advantage. And here goes Xavius, and he.
Oh, he wasn't down. Oh, he rolled over the.
He called it. He blew it.
Yeah, he blew it, but he actually rolled over that defensive player. So it.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of seeing him run the ball there, what about Sony last night? Sony Michelle for the Pats last night. I know people, especially around Atlanta fans, hate the Patriots.
Yeah,
but
can't help it when you pull for your Georgia boys.
Well, I'm telling you, Sony Michelle. He's early on making a statement for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That run last night that he had to kind of finish off the Colts when he ran to the left. There goes Xavius again. Got an open spot. We get a block. He does get a block. Great block and play by J.P. Peterson. He's clapping his hands or patting his hands like he messed up, but in all reality, he had sealed it off. And Xavius wasn't going to be able to break it outside anyway. broke it back onto the inside, and we get a first down. Is that our first down of the night?
First down of the night. With
3 minutes left in the first half, we finally get a first down, and it's on the ground. Boy, that's what we need to do.
2:56, 55, 54 left here in this first half.
Xavier shifts over. We've got twins to the top and bottom. We drop straight back, and we throw it to Xavier, and it's over his head.
J.P. Peterson stand back here all by himself.
Yeah, he was. He's tired. He's playing both ways. C.J. Preston checks in. J.P., he steps off the field for a minute. Stops the clock with 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. Swainsboro band's gathering up on the other side. And we're going to have a good halftime show for you. Our Richmond Baking halftime show. We've got some of these sponsors that year in and year out just, they really do a good job helping. And when you're in a small town, I mention this often, but when you're in a small town like Alma, these businesses get hit all the time for advertising dollars. There goes Isaiah Grant, and my goodness, if he had broke it back up to the just turned it inside. You can't keep going east and west. They're going to come up. At some point, you've got to put your foot in the ground and turn it upfield. Pastor Ron Sweat from First Baptist comes in here and offers his commentary. We appreciate it. He's an Auburn fan. What does he know about football?
Auburn has a football team.
They don't even know if they're the Tigers or the War Eagles.
Bunch of birds or cats. They don't know.
We love Ron, and we appreciate First Baptist. And the ball's picked off, and it's going the other way, and it's going to be 6. No, we drag him out about the 12-yard line. We played right into their hands.
Minute 52 left in this first half. Fitzgerald was threatening again down at about the.
So is Swainsboro. You got Fitzgerald on your mind, don't you, man? What'd you do? Eat a piece of chicken in Fitzgerald this week or something?
Just a couple years ago, I could even say Fitzgerald.
And if they score, is it 30 points that's a running clock?
Yeah, it'll be a running clock in the second half, yeah. So,
what you think about the Atlanta Braves? What's their chances tonight against Hershiser? Not Hershiser, listen to me. Going back 25 years.
He's Fitzgerald.
And they're going to score on a sweep to the left untouched. And real quickly, it's 39-0 with 1 minute and 47 seconds left. Boy, I tell you what, we have no answer for Swainsboro's offense. Absolutely no answer. We don't even know what page we're on right now. And we don't have a clue as to how to stop them. Unto this game, I felt like we had our defensive backfield had played pretty good this year. But
but we've
Lord,
matched up against a bigger, stronger, faster one today, and we've been outmatched on both sides of the ball first half.
Anyway, Kershaw, not Hershiser. I'm sorry.
Well, Braves have surprised me. We've overachieved this year from the
we're young.
Braves, and we've got a lot to look forward to. And I think they did a real good job at the break, and they didn't trade away some of their young talent, even in the farm league, to get some of these players just to make a run at it. I was really proud to see them do that. They can mess around and win a couple of these. I don't know if they match up with the Dodgers right now. They've lost 3 or 4 to the Dodgers the last series to them. But
I'd like to know what the Dodgers payroll is versus what the Braves payroll is. I bet it's twice as much.
Oh, it's got to be.
Yeah.
And we're doing it with young guys. Acuna, the little second baseman, I can't call his name right now, that plays for us. He's one of the better second basemen in the league. And I don't know why I can't call his name. I've watched him all year. We're trying to find something. Yeah. Albies. Yeah.
Ozzie
Albies, yeah. And I don't know who we got on the hill tonight. I don't know if it's Tehran.
I think it is Tehran, but
I know Folty didn't have an answer for him last night. They let off the game with a home run and never looked back. But we've got Freddie Freeman, which is, he's phenomenal. And Nick Markakis has had a career year this year. Those two guys mixed in with some of our younger players
Kuna just been outstanding this year.
Yeah,
Second half.
he really has. The thing about the Braves, you know, there goes Cooper.
And he's, again,
east and west.
If he plants there and goes a little upfield, we pick up at least 4 or 5 on that.
Right. What looked to be promising turns into only about a 2-yard gain.
126, 125 here left in this long first half.
And that's what it is when you throw the ball.
Yep. Well, when you score 40 points, there's a lot of time delay for kickoff and return there. So it's
40-0, 108 left. Anyway, we the Braves have made it to the postseason. I was looking and how we rebuilt. All right, turn it up. Turn it up. There he goes. Good play. Turned it north and south. That's right. Gets up to the 35-yard line. That's Xavius. And he made a good play. He's the running back. He's unfortunately, he's going to leave here this year if something don't turn in a hurry. He's not going to have very many yards for the work he's done. But he's a good running back. He's not big. He's not overly fast, but he's one of those guys that knows when to turn it upfield, knows where the hole's at. He's just not, he's just not had a lot of help sometimes.
And he has been pounded this year.
He has, and he plays a good defensive back. He really works hard. He's King Xavier, by the way, homecoming king. And we throw it inside, and it's high.
7 seconds left now in the first half.
What do you do if you're a coach? I'm going to ask that to Coach Mobley, Keith Mobley behind us. What do you do with a coach when it's 40-0 at halftime?
Well,
what do you tell your players?
I think you do the same thing. We're talking about Swainsboro. Put some folks in there that don't normally play. Change some things up here.
Yep. All you can do is just get ready for next week. We play Metter next week. Is that right?
I think we're open next week.
No, it's the week after. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Are things better in Metter? Questions that I've often asked myself.
Well, it must be in Fitzgerald because I can't get them off the line. Good snap to Ronaldo.
Nice kick. It doesn't turn over on him. Kicks and just falls, goes straight up. Actually kicks back. That's going to be the end of the half. I want you to stay tuned for our halftime report. Our Richmond-Bacon halftime report. This is Travis Peavy along with Shane Bennett. We'll be coming back a little early to interview Coach Keith Mobley from Ware County, Pierce, Brantley. He's been several places, old baseball coach. Stay tuned with us. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 101.9 The Rock.
The field is yours.
Join me now in welcoming to the field the Bacon County Raider Regiment. They are under the direction of Mr. Will Carey. Assistant Director is Jamie Carey. The staff includes Heather Artery, Becky Griffin, Sharon Comaneci, Jared Lee, and Leah Williams. They will be presenting their 2018 show entitled Light Up the Night, featuring the song Ready For It by Taylor Swift, Havana by Camila Cabello, and We Found Love by Rihanna. The Raider Regiment students are all wearing new uniforms this year. The band uniforms are designed by student Dustin Sontag. The band would like to thank their major sponsors, John Hughes State Farm, F&B South, Clean Air and Electric, and Alma Pro Wash. Drum majors, Carly Vaughn and Sydney Tanner. Is your band ready? Raider Regiment, you may now begin your performance.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bacon County. Our Bacon County band's out on the field. They're looking good. We've got brand new uniforms this year. We're very, very proud of them. Even our tubers have got things on the inside of them with that big red Raider emblem in it. And we don't take enough time to talk about the everybody says that pitching is the key to winning baseball. It's always the pitching and the middle. So you got pitching and you got the catcher and then you got the middle infield and the center field. How food is that?
The band would like to thank all of the sponsors that have made donations to make our new uniforms possible. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for your support. Go Big Red!
Usually the offense defense coordinator, whoever, break it all the way down, and you can just watch the offensive
Right, and technology has a lot to do with it, and I, the coaches, there's more coaches clinics. There's some of the things that, that they go to. I don't know that they're any smarter, but there's more coaches these days. There's more on the sideline, more specialized, and some of the things that's going on. And I'm saying hey to my buddy here, Pastor Ron Sweat, and his son. We're saying hey to them, and fine halftime show, Ron. He's talking about the band, Mr. Garrett's the band director, and we appreciate. We already spoke to the band. Ron is pastor at First Baptist Church, and they're one of our fine sponsors here. We appreciate all that they do. Back to you, Keith, real quick. Who's your favorite college football team? It ain't Auburn, is it?
Go Dogs.
Couldn't help it. Ron is from Alabama. Is a big Auburn fan, and I knew asking Keith. We all dog up here, ain't we, baby?
Absolutely.
Anyway, Keith, thank you for a great interview. We appreciate you coming up here and being with us. Enjoyed you being here at the game with us, and sitting up here in the booth with us. And
well, and hopefully they can come out and just
make it respectable.
It's hard. Well, it's 40-0.
Right.
But they can come out and try to make it like it's 0-0 for a quarter.
Right.
Try to win the third quarter.
Right.
And get something out,
I'm relatively sure we're going to see a running clock. I don't know how that works with the region.
Yeah, I think at 35 points, I'm not sure.
30 or 35, yeah. They can choose to go.
I think at 40, I think it's a given. I'm not sure where the number's at.
Right.
It's right around there.
Anyway, Ware County this year, they've extended our halftime for a couple of minutes. Ware County this year, what do you see? So they're fast but small?
Yeah, they're not real big on defense and all, but they're fast and they come to the ball, and they're real young.
Got a freshman quarterback.
Yeah, I watched them play Glenn. They're just young.
Right.
There's you can't when you have what's that 14 freshmen 15 years old, maybe 16.
Yeah.
Playing against 18.
There's a big difference, isn't there?
There's a huge difference.
But I want to tell you something. When them guys get up to be seniors, there ain't nothing they hadn't seen on a football field. They begin to pay dividends in.
He's going to be. I think he's going to be good. And I think he has a brother. I don't know if they're if it's an older brother or what. And he's a player too.
Right. Well, there you have it. We're going to take just a minute before halftime gets. Before we get into the second half, be sure to remember joining us tomorrow at 3:30 on 101.9. The Rocket for Georgia football as the pregame starts. I've already said I'm going to be smoking my brisket sitting out up underneath the tent, listening to Georgia pregame and enjoying this fine fall weather, even though it's going to be 92 tomorrow. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 101.9 The Rocket. Hey, Paul, give us about a minute, about a minute. We may get home in time to see the first pitch. Welcome back, everybody. Big halftime show for us. Really had a good time interviewing Keith Mobley, good friend of mine, very, very good athlete. Talking, and he's coached a lot of baseball, I'll tell you, a lot of football too, but it was good to talk with him. We're about to get underway. Both teams are starting to come on the field. I want to take this opportunity to thank Lamar's Pharmacy for our pregame show every week. We got a brand new sponsor this year, Physical Therapy and Balance Center. They do our injury report. Our kickoff sponsor, we're about to have one, Prince Ford. Kickoff sponsor, sideline is Bennett & Johnson Insurance. Timeouts, Burt CPAs. And halftime sponsor, Richmond Bacon. And our senior spotlight is Huddle House. Huddle Up, senior spotlight. And I hope you enjoyed the interview. They were not seniors, but two of our starters and today that we interviewed. And Ronaldo is approaching the ball, and he kicks it, and it's a line drive. Don't get out of bounds, get through the end zone. It did. Touchback, boomer.
Just some updates, some scores at halftime.
Yeah.
It was Vidalia 14, Jeff Davis 8, a lot closer than a lot of people anticipated in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, Bryan County, it was
Appling 34, Long nothing.
Toombs 34-7 over Bryan County at half.
But I think Bryan County's having a little bit of a tough year also. Valdosta 42-7 over Houston. Tiff 28-0 over Miller County, Miller Grove. Ooh, Northside Warner Robins 23, Coffee 7.
That's a little bit of a shocker there.
A little bit of a shocker. Northside's always fast, man.
And they always got their running backs.
Oh, yeah.
They got a different quarterback.
They got a different quarterback, and he turns and hands it off to a number 19. Don't tell me they don't have a running back.
And that quarterback looks like he might be about 7 foot tall.
Yeah, he's big. He's the one that's been playing receiver, that's right. And he's their second-team quarterback. And they come out, and
he had to bend down to hand that off to that running back.
Look at that big tackle they got, number 59 right there. He's a little bit lanky, but what is he, 6'5"?
Yeah.
At least. Wow. They are big.
What they're feeding them over there in Swainsboro.
I don't know, but I will say this. We need to pray for Swainsboro. Talking with one of their play-by-play guys, Pastor Bruce Flowers from Swainsboro, a friend of mine. They've had a lot of gang-related shootings and shooting up the community, and had a man that's paralyzed.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
From north to south, and we're basically got our same defense out there that we've had all night. Xavius is man up out here on a lone receiver, and just like JP, he's man up. Now they've got two setbacks, got a tight end, different formation that they've been running all night long. White Hat cranks the clock, it's going to be running.
It's going to be a running clock in the second half, too, Rev.
And we make a great play, and we've got something there. The white hat threw it. I don't know. He's got a hold against them. It's going to back them up 10 yards. Clock's continuing to run. I actually like this rule. When a game gets out of hand, there's no sense. We used to have to play it all the way to the end, whether we were winning or whether we were losing. And it just seems to me like in a situation like that, you're not at the top of your game, and that's when injuries and things like that begin to happen.
Well, too, back in our time, and I don't remember ever being – there was a lot more coaches had a little bit more sympathy for the other team when it was in that situation because they know it always comes around. You didn't see a lot of that kind of stuff, coaches trying to run up scores either back then. I think that's a good thing, too.
Well, I'm not sure Swainsboro tried to run it up. They just run their offense.
They didn't try to run anything up.
Trey Mobley makes his presence known and drops him for another 2-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 22. 8:34 left, 40-0 Swainsboro. Just 9:40 Braves first pitch. We're going to have to take care of business with Kershaw. That's the Dodgers' claim to fame is their ability to pitch. They've got pitching everywhere. One of their stars out there is former starter for the Georgia Bulldogs, Alex Wood. He was a first-round draft pick, and their quarterback rolls out, and we come up and make a play. The Sox are beating Yankees 5-0. Only one thing I don't like about that it's not 15-0. Keith in our background said the thing he don't like is both of them can't lose. I'm a Sox fan. I kind of like them a little bit. They're my American League team. Astros 7-2 final over the Indians, and the Brewers are up, or they won 4-0 over the Rockies. That was quite a race out, both in the Central and the West. And a week and a half ago, the Cubs looked like they were going to take care of business, and then the wheels fell off.
Yeah, the bottom fell out for them. And it's another Fitzgerald running back with about 7-8 yards. Swainsboro, I've done it again. I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, that's funny. Brent Johnson just looked at him and said, who are we playing now? We played Fitzgerald. We played Pierce. Oh, goodness. That's funny. Yeah. And Swainsboro's punting the ball to us. We've got J.P. Peterson lined up on about the 36, our own 36-yard line. They punt the ball. Man, this cat killed it. I'm telling you. And what in the world? Why in the world didn't we fair catch that ball? Gracious alive.
Back to the Bobby John's days, don't receive a punt.
We're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 101.9 The Rock. Months, because not one time that we've been having that practice that early have we been delayed because of a thunderstorm. It's not as hot. It's wet, but it's not as hot. And our players a lot of them have jobs in the afternoon, and they get to work outside, and it has worked good for us. But I want to thank the parents. That means they got to get up early in the morning to get their kids here, get their kids ready, and that takes a lot of dedication on our parents' part. So we appreciate them, and they work very, very hard and very, very diligent to make sure that their young man is able to participate. And these guys, they grow up just like we did. Growing up, I was wanting to be a Ware County Gator. They've grown up wanting to be a Bacon County Red Raider, and I know that starts at home.
Yes, it does.
Cooper Brown looks it over at 2nd and 8. 4 minutes left. He turns, and we got an inside to Wiley, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It was actually a nice-looking play, but you could tell that Swainsboro was ready for it.
We still, all night, we've had this middle of the field open. We got to be able to get it there at some point if we're going to get anything on the scoreboard tonight.
Maybe all year long have we thrown one, maybe 2 seam routes all year long, you know. And we got to be able to throw. You got to be able to throw that in the middle of the field with 2 deep. They're just outsides where they're playing us. They don't respect the fact that we're going to run the ball very much. So they're just jumping up on outside. We got twins to the bottom and twins to the top again. Looking, and they're blitz, and our quarterback's running for his life, and he's just lucky to get the ball away, and that's going to be 4th down. And at this point, I don't know if we're going to punt it. I think we may punt it. I would go for it, to be honest with you, just see if we can't do something. No, we're going to run the punt team out there. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left. Running clock. It's kicking this time away in a hurry.
Well, let me ask you, if you had high school, y'all had been playing it or practicing at 5 o'clock in the morning, would you been able to be disciplined enough to been there?
I will say this, not making excuses, but the fact is at Ware County, I lived about 20 miles from the school. And Ware County, as big a county as it is, it would almost be impossible to be able to do that when you got people coming from Manor, you got people coming from almost in Brantley County all the way across the county. You know, Ware County is the biggest landmass.
Some of those kids with parents, the younger parents, are not able to get there because.
And I agree with that.
You got a parent with a younger kid that has to drive them up there. They drop them off at 5, then they've got maybe 2 hours before they go, so they either drive back. So there's a lot of logistics involved in these. And again, you're talking about thanking these parents. My hat's off to those that have to bring their kids up here at 5 o'clock in the morning.
And I agree with you. With a 9th grader, if they don't have a car, I mean that may cut down on our numbers. To be honest with you, because they're just not able to get their kid to practice.
And almost had him in the backfield, and we get a drop pass out here at about the 45. So Swainsboro is going to be
3rd down and 8.
8. Yep.
35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 40-0 Swainsboro. I'm anxious to see what we do in the 4th quarter. We're going to try to do something different.
18, 17, 16 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. And it has gone by in a hurry with that running clock.
Boy, it has. Especially when you used to call in the first half with so many pass plays, it's incompletes, it stops every play.
And there's the end of the 3rd quarter.
End of the 3rd quarter, and we're going to take a Burt CPA timeout. You're listening to 101.9 The Rocket.
In this moment, It doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
This is Matthew with Prince Ford in Douglas. Step up to a new Ford F-150 right now with 0% Ford financing for 72 months. Or choose up to $11,900 off MSRP with Ford cash back, the Prince discount, and package savings. We also have 0% Ford financing for 72 months on every new 2018 Mustang. How about 0% plus $2,000 Ford cash back on new 2018 Escape, Edge, and Explorer? Prince Ford and Douglas, real good folks, real good deals. Customers may not qualify for all incentives. Special financing for 72 months on every new 2018 Mustang.
Welcome back, everybody. Swainsboro on their own 44-yard line. It's third and about 8, 7.5. And they're running out their second team, possibly even some of their third team. They're kind of emptying the bench over there. This big quarterback, this receiver that's been tough on us all night, they moved him to quarterback now, number 14. He turns and he fires it up. It's a jump ball, and we defend it well. The receiver did try to high point it, but it was a little bit, he jumped a little bit too soon. And they're going to be punting the ball on fourth down. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left. This running clock, boy, it gets out of here in a hurry. And there's going to be another big game, Southeastern Conference game next week, or tomorrow, LSU and Florida. Well, who you got on that one, Shane?
I'm a LSU fan this year as far as that goes. I can't bring myself to pull for Florida anyway, but LSU has just been playing some great defense, and I think they're going to be able to shut Florida down.
I'll be honest, if the communists were playing Florida, I'd have to flip a coin just to see which one I would go for. I'll be honest with you. And that's the way I feel about it. So, where are they playing that? Is that in the swamp, or is that?
That's in Florida tomorrow.
Well, LSU, we're going to see what they're made out of tomorrow, because that's a tough place to play. I like the fact that I would kind of like for Georgia, Florida to go away from the neutral site game to play at different places. That one, we didn't fare well when we went to the swamp, and we didn't fare well when they came to Athens when they were doing the repair, when they were about to bring the Jaguars in there as a pro team. But I would like to be able to. I just think that's the way Southeastern Conference football is supposed to be played. Go to somebody's stadium. That's part of the weapons. Great pass, great catch. Cooper makes a great pass and a great catch by T.J. Wiley. And about a 12-yard gain. That's another first down for us. 9 minutes, 52 seconds left. Clock continuing to tick. We got a first down.
That's Jordan Wiley.
I can't call him T.J. That was his brother.
TJ's from Fitzgerald.
Oh, my goodness.
9:30, 9:29 left here in this fourth quarter.
Boom. And we throw the ball out wide. TJ's bobbling it, makes the catch. One of them, he'd been better if he just let it fall to the ground, because he bobbled it for a 4-yard loss.
Jordan should have done that too.
TJ again. TJ from Fitzgerald. Oh, boy. We're getting silly up here now. 9 minutes left. 8:58. Cooper looks the field over, got twins to the top and bottom, single setback. High snap, we hand the ball off to Xavier. He got a little bit of room. He cuts it north and south. Just that one shoestring tackler. He breaks it up into the open, and then it's going to be a foot race.
I'd like to see him get out and open a little bit more.
Yeah, I'd like to see him break a long one. About the longest run he's had all year is when he broke back that one against Jeff Davis. Have you got any updates on that score lately?
It was 22-8 the last I saw.
22-8, Vidalia.
Yes.
Yeah.
29-8 now.
It looks like Vade is establishing himself as the top in the region.
It's at half now with Coffee and Northside Warner Robins.
And that ball falls for an incompletion, and it's going to bring up 4th and about 8. And we're going to punt the ball again. Maybe running Big Boy out there. Yep. Looks like we're going to run Trey Mobley out there to punt. If he does get his foot into it and he hits it right, he can just about kick it out of the stadium. Let's see what he does right here. He wears 29. We have seen him line up at tight end a couple of times this year. So one of the reasons he's a defensive tackle, but one of the reasons he wears that number.
And
He's
running
used
back a couple times as well.
Oh, he does make a good.
Oh, I don't know how he got that off.
I don't either.
Blocked.
And
Swainsboro bounce.
And the ball comes dead on about the 44-yard line of Swainsboro. 6:55 left. Richmond Hill 27, Brunswick 7. Northside of Warner Robins, how about this score? 30-13 over Coffee. I never saw that one coming, just like we said. Tiff 35-0 over Miller Grove. I refuse to announce a private school score. Appleton County 34, Long County nothing. Bainbridge 7, Veterans 7. Thomas County Central having their way with Worth County. Boy, I remember when Worth County they were dreaded, buddy. They used to just hurt you.
Just pound the ball, too, and defensively would kill you.
Yeah, ever since Milt Miller left, they haven't really been able to establish themselves as the football power that they once were. You used to dread them. They'd hit you. Camden 38-7 over Colton, South Carolina. And Americus, the last score we had, which was almost an hour ago, was up 14-13 over Columbus. And almost an hour ago, Pierce was up 28-7 over Brantley. And that's just some of the scores. Fitzgerald kind of walking away with the Berrien County. It was 29-14 last score that we had. Haven't had an update. If Fitzgerald had any quarterback play at all, they would be extremely dangerous. But they've had to take a running back and make him a quarterback, and he runs the ball about 65% of the time. And we drop him in the backfield. Big Trey Mobley blows up for about a 6-yard loss. It's going to be 3rd down from the 40. Third and about 6.
3rd and about 16.
Yeah, 16, I'm sorry. 6 to the first down. Well, yeah, 3rd and 16.
Might wear county math again.
Well, that's about right. Miss Brooks, she tried.
4:56, 55 left in this football game. Swainsboro up 40-0.
We've held them scoreless this half.
Yes, we have. Because it's only been about 6 minutes long.
Boom. T.J. Ham comes in from the side. One of the things I think that Swainsboro has been able to do is one of our strengths from our defense this year has been our ability to rush from the edge. And they have totally nullified our ability to do that because they get rid of the ball so fast out to the edge to these big receivers. And our outside rush has just done nothing. And they put every bit of the pressure on our defensive backfield. And they run so many routes with 5 receivers wide. Their quarterback knows where he's going with it. We don't know where it's going. And we've just been playing behind all night long. Not to mention that their defensive line has totally dominated us on the offensive side of the ball. Swainsboro punts the ball down to our 38-yard line. 1-5.
5.
It's got to be 1-6. We were one. Yeah, and we snapped the ball over, and our quarterback just needs to drop on it, and he does. And we've had trouble with the snap all night. We were 0-4, beat Jeff Davis, made us 1-4. We lost last week to Toombs. And tonight we go to Swainsboro, going to be 1-6.
Yeah.
And with 3 games left, and believe it or not, as poorly as we have played the last 2 weeks, we still got a possible chance for a playoff if we can beat Metter, Vidalia. We've got to beat 2 out of the next 3, win 2 out of the next 3, and we've proved that we can do it. But we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to find something somewhere to spark us offensively. Seem like we're right back where we were at, game 2, game 3. We can't get in any rhythm. It's penalties. It's bad snaps. It's poor throws.
Well, even just the basic snap, we were talking about the high snaps. That's been the last three ball games we've seen that, and that with the type of offense they're trying to do, that jet sweep, back and forth. You can't do that with that high snap because there's the whole playoff. So I say jet sweep, just sweep, but it's I don't know if we need to put him under center to help with that, just to throw that off a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Something. We got to do something. The definition of insanity is
doing the same thing over with a high snap.
Yeah. Great throw. Should have been caught.
125, 124 left in the football game.
Yep, and we got maybe 2 plays left before this game's ball game. Once again, go through our sponsors: Lamar's Pharmacy, Physical Therapy and Balance Center, Prince Ford, Bennett and Johnson Insurance, Burt's CPAs, Richmond Baking Company, Huddle House. We appreciate them and all that they do for us each year here at Bacon County Football. The Red Raiders are going to fall again. It's been a long season. We still got hope, but we're going to have to get a little bit of fire in our tail if we're going to do anything. These other teams have got the same ambitions that we got, especially Metter, and we throw the ball deep, and he's out there. Nice thrown ball, just not able to run up underneath it. And that's going to cranking the clock, and that's probably going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to run our clock out.
That's going to turn the ball over on down, so they're going to kind of let this run out, I think, if you're Swainsboro here at this point.
Looks like we're all getting together to shake hands. I want you to join us next week as we travel to Metter. They tell us that things are better in Metter. We're going to take a trip over there and see. Our pregame show starts at 7 o'clock with a kickoff starting at 7:30. Be sure and go to the church of your choice this week and get home. You've got plenty of time to get there for the first pitch as the Braves take on